we'll talk about Arsenal because they really are the real deal at the moment in terms of form. Nine straight wins in all competitions. And a 5-1 win at Fulham as well at Craven Cottage, which I remember years ago. Craven Cottage was actually a place Arsenal would go and lose at, but how times have changed.
It's a fortress. Danny Murphy, Damien Duff.
Yes, Damien Duff, what
absolute
a player.
Fortress.
Yeah.
Craven Cottage.
Bobby Zamora as well.
Bobby Zamora.
What a team.
Clint Dempsey.
What about Emery Camera?
Emery Camera.
I mean, it's clearly the best team we've ever heard of, Europa League
Mark
finalists,
Schwarzer.
Mark Schwarzer as well. We could go on, couldn't we? Dimitar Berbatov.
Breda Hangeland.
Hangeland as well. Anyway, let's talk about another decent team at the moment. That's Arsenal, and 5-1, as I just mentioned. Conor, I mean, Mr. Emery, a lot of people say he's got a lot to do still to change this team around, but, at the moment, they are fourth. They're in the top four, and, he's been wise. He said in the interview afterwards, lot to go yet, and he's top four is the aim, but, they're joint fourth with Tottenham, and obviously just two behind the league leaders of City, Chelsea and Liverpool. So, this is only October. What could happen at the end of the season? A Europa League trophy, maybe?
Maybe. I mean, just my weekly daily reminder to everyone that I said Arsenal and Chelsea would finish in the top four and Tottenham and United would finish out of it. And, at the moment it seems to be going
how
that
I
way.
wished you said United were in the top four.
No. So it seems to be going that way. But, yeah, Arsenal, absolutely fantastic at the moment under Emery. 9 wins in the last in all competitions and a great Premier League form at the moment ever since, I think, really since the loss against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. They've kind of bounced back from that straight away. They played decent in that game as well. They were just really unfortunate with some of their chances. But, it looks as though they've got an absolutely fantastic combination up front of Aubameyang. You want to say his name?
Oh, no.
Aubameyang and Lacazette.
I must admit, I was so tempted to read out the goal scores.
Go on, read out the goal scorers.
All right, then. Okay, so our goal scorers for Arsenal was Lacazette twice, Aaron Ramsey just the once, and Aubameyang.
No.
I can't say it.
Aubameyang.
How do you say it?
Aubameyang.
Aubameyang.
Yeah. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that. No. After the show.
But yeah, great performance from Arsenal, really, reigniting themselves for what it seems like a long time, really, not really seen this form from them for quite some time. And, it looks like a really promising squad. The question is now, how are they going to progress and keep on moving forward? Because this still isn't the end product. And there's always been talk as well about Ramsey, whether or not he's going to stay at the club beyond this season when his contract expires. There's, questions about his future. But I think they've got a strong core there now that they can build around in the likes of Aubameyang and Lacazette, as well as a good Desi, or the defensive midfielder.
Oh,
Guendouzi, the defensive midfielder, the youngster, the 19-year-old from France this past summer. He's playing really well for them. And he's doing well for them. It looks like as though Leno is probably going to hold down that goalkeeping spot as well when Czech's able to return to action.
It's funny because, Joe, we all said about Emery saying it would take time, but we all know what he could do for Atletico back in Seville. What am I saying? I always get mixed up with them.
Yeah, Seville and PSG managed before coming to Arsenal.
And obviously with Seville, he won 3 Europa Leagues in a row. So, obviously...
Don't remind me.
Sorry, Joe. He did do against Liverpool. But, when you look at Emery as well, what I like about him is his positivity. He's not over the top. He just does it as professional as he could. But he's also very wise as well.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. When he come in, I wasn't sure about him, to be honest, when he first come in. I think it's just that used to Arsene Wenger in the way he was. But he's actually grown on me. He's a good manager. He's got a good sense of humour. The other week, you saw that when that guy's phone went off in the press conference and he answered it. That was when and he seems to have got Arsenal playing Arsenal football again. The fans
and people can start getting scared of them again.
Yeah, and the fans were singing yesterday, "We've got our Arsenal back," and that's a good thing to have the Arsenal fans backing you. And that Ramsey goal yesterday was, I don't know whether you guys have seen it.
I didn't see it, but
it was YouTube. It was an absolute cracker.
They started from their own half. Basically, it was just pass. Comes out to Aubameyang on the left, I think it was, who crossed it in, and Ramsey flicks it in with his heel. Nice. It's a beautiful team goal. I only saw it this morning, to be fair. So, and obviously it's great what he's done. He's got Arsenal playing the attacking football. He's got teams scared. He's got, obviously, last season they had Lacazette and Aubameyang, and neither of them really firing on all cylinders. And he's got them firing on all cylinders this season, and he's got them coming on as a sub as well. I think Aubameyang came on as a sub.
Yeah.
So it's important that you can even have them having an impact off the bench, and he's got the whole squad. He's building a team there that, give him 3-4 years, could be competing for a title.
Yeah, you never know what. Maybe this season, I don't know. It's
I think
I think it's a bit of a
far,
stretch
isn't it?
this season, mainly because of how Arsenal played really at against top 6 teams at the moment. Of course, they played against City on the opening day of the season. You can give and take, at the opening day of the season. Haven't got that run of form yet. Haven't got that consistency, and team chemistry, and new era, all that stuff. Maybe the same with Chelsea as well. So it'll be interesting to see when they come up against another top 6 team as to how they play against them. Because then I think from the result from that game, you'll be able to get a real test, a taster as to what Arsenal can achieve this season. I still believe they can finish in the top 4. I think they've got the strong enough squad in order to do that, and they've got a bit of depth, as we've already mentioned, about bringing Lacazette or Aubameyang off the bench in order to make an impact onto the game. So I think they can work well on that front, and I think a couple of times, I think it was in the game that they played against, was it Cardiff last week at the Emirates? So I can't remember who they played, but I think Ozil came off the bench on that game and made an impact and scored. So
and people wanted his head at one point as well.
So there's something there now in terms of squad depth that they're able to rotate the squad enough from Europa League and Premier League fixtures in order to make a strong impact in both competitions. And it's clear to see that it's working from the 9-game winning streak that they've got at the moment. So
absolutely. So Arsenal, are they the real deal? Let us know on the comments below.